Congratulations, Catherine. Wow.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
And I have to say, I think I would have just taken the role having known that I'm playing somebody named Shasta Fay. What a great name.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many single reasons that would have been reason enough to do this, to work with Paul, to work with Joaquin, to be one of the first people to ever speak Thomas Pynchon language, to get to play a person named Shasta Fay Hepworth. Absolutely. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to get a part with a better name.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to top for
Yeah.
sure. I have to ask you, when you have such great source material, this amazing book, is that a help to you as an actor?
Yeah, it really was. I mean, I've never worked on an adaptation before, so I have nothing to compare it to, but so I don't know if it's always true, but for this particular novel, it was wonderful to have by my side. It was a comfort. It it was like a really generous companion. You know, if I was feeling like I might be losing grasp on the energy of the thing, even just reading 2 sentences could kind of anchor me again. And then it was also just a delight to have an excuse to read and reread such beautiful language and such a rich, complicated story. So I loved having it by my side.
And then having the opportunity, not only, this has an amazing ensemble cast, my goodness, there's so many amazing actors in here, but to work opposite someone like Joaquin, wow, I mean, he's so intense, he's so focused on what he does. What was it like for you?
I wasn't intimidated by him. I kind of kept expecting I would be. You know, I was waiting for the day when the neuroses was going to set in. And maybe I just had to push it back so far into the back corner file cabinet in my mind and lock it and throw away the key so that I would be able to function on set and not just be kind of awestruck by his talent. You know, I had to kind of just forget all that I knew about him so that I could play the scenes and do right by the character. But yeah, I mean, I can't think of a person that could have more fun working with. You know, he's a teammate, and he's so inventive and beautiful and soulful, and he has everything you want.
Paul Thomas Anderson, why does everybody clamor to want to work with him?
Um, because he genuinely respects and loves actors, and he gives them room to do their job. It's much more like theater in that way. The way, we get to really collaborate and play, and it shouldn't be rare, but it's incredibly rare. And then, and then he's just so brilliant at putting all the other pieces together. You know, I don't know how he does it. Really, the performances are a small part of the massive machine that he's building, and every single one of his films is such a feast and a treat to watch. And so it's just some of the reasons. There's probably about 20 other good reasons to work with Paul that I can't think of right now.
Yeah,
but
well,
there's no bad reason. There's no reason not to want to.
Amazing learning opportunity, I would think. Like just learning from him. Great job. I have to ask you, I
Thanks.
love, so I'm a huge fan of your dad. He's such a phenomenal actor, and I love
I
watching
agree.
him on the newsroom. And
Yeah.
what was the piece of advice, or did he give you a piece of advice when you decided that this was something that you wanted to do? I mean, he's so brilliant, and I know you're not
Yeah.
following in his footsteps in any way, or but it's just to have him as a mentor, maybe, must have been so
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I can't say that there's one sort of little piece of advice he gave me, but he's just been an incredible supporter of mine my whole adult life, and my whole family is very supportive, and he's also just he's a great person to talk to about the work, and we shoot ideas off each other all the time, and it's a really fun part of our relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, that must be wonderful. He's so good on the newsroom right now. My
Isn't
God,
he?
it's just hilarious watching him.
That's the other thing. It's like, rather than giving me some little bit of advice, he's given me so much by example, just by being such a wonderful actor, and he's really an inspiration to me.
Yeah, you've been choosing some really great roles. I loved seeing you in Boardwalk Empire, and just the things that you're popping up, and you're just so fantastic. What is it now that you're getting these scripts? What now hinges the opportunity that you're going to say, okay, I'm going to do that? What kind of things do you want to do?
I mean, I've always wanted the same thing, which is to play unusual people that surprise me, that I don't feel like I've seen loads of times before. It's hard to find interesting parts, and that's what I go for. And then great directors. I mean, I'm gonna try to be as greedy as possible. Do you know what I mean? And see if I can pull it off.
Well, you do that because you do such a great job at it. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I know I'll be talking to you for years to come. Congratulations on this. Did a fantastic
Thanks,
job.
lovely to
Thank
meet you.